Here I'm adding the same data which I have created over here. I'm copying this data and let me paste it over on the remote desktop. Okay. Hold on, someone. Hold on. So I'm making the sample data student.txt. Here I'm adding the same data which I have created over here. I'm copying this data and let me paste it over on the remote desktop. Okay. I saved this file. Now I'm taking one more new file with name, course ID, course data. So course.txt, and here I'm saving two columns. One is roll number and the second one is course ID and roll number. So I'm copying this data, going back to my virtual machine, and I'm saving the data. So if you see here, the delimiter is tab. Okay. Now let's go back to this job, but let me copy the path. I'm going back to my job and I'm plugging in the sequential file. So this is student.txt, right? And first line is column name. So this should be, I save this file. And now let's add the formatting. Now final delimiter is end only. File. Actual delimiter is with tab. Name. So here course data. Tab is there. Select it. No quotations are there. So none. And here I'm saving two columns. Go to the columns. One is roll number and the second what are all the columns that we do have? Roll number, name, address, ID, and roll age. So I'm copying this data. Roll number. Going back to my virtual machine and I'm saving the data. Name. So if you see here, the delimiter is tab. Okay. Phone number. Now let's go back to this age job, but let me copy the parts that we do have. I'm going roll back number to my is job. Integer type. I'm plugging in name, character, sequential character, phone number again integer, and age integer. So let's try to view the data.txt, right? First we save this one by clicking OK. And first now line is column view data to see the data. True. And now let's add the formatting. Final delimiter is end only. Actual delimiter is tab. So here tab is there. Select it. No quotations are there. So none. Then go to the columns. So here, what are all the columns that we do have? We can
roll number,
able to see
name,
the data.
address,
Let's
phone,
plug in the
age.
second source.
Roll
Which
number,
is the same path. Name course.txt is the file. Address and format is the same.
phone number,
Final delimiter is end. Actual delimiter
and
is tab.
age.
So select it from the drop
So
down.
these are all the
No
columns
quotations
that we
are
do
there.
have.
So
Roll
none.
number is integer
Go to
type.
columns.
First
Name,
one is
character,
course
address,
ID.
character, phone number again integer,
The
and
second
age
one is
integer.
roll number. Let me
So
recheck.
let's try to view the data now.
Course
First
ID
we
and roll
save
number.
this one by clicking OK.
Course
Now you can click on view data to see the roll
data.
number. This is integer and this is also integer. Okay. Let's also view this data as well, whether we can able to see it or not. So from both the links, the key column should have same name. This is one condition that needs to be satisfied before using the join stage, which is the same path. Yes, we can able to see.
So here R capital, O small, L small, L small, and N. Again N capital,
Final
O small,
delimiter
right?
is end.
So we need to take care.
Tab.
The
So
key column must be having
No
same
quotations are there. So none.
format. Otherwise, we could not able to implement the
First
join.
one is course
Now
ID.
let's plug in the join
The
stage.
second one is roll number.
So
Let me
the
recheck.
first thing we need to give is key column. What is
Course
the key
ID
column?
and roll number.
Roll number. When we click on this drop down, it is going to auto suggest the common columns
This
that are
is
available
integer
from
and
both the
this is
input
also
links.
integer.
Okay. So here roll number is the key column and the join type is
Let's also
inner
view
join.
this
We can
data
also
as well,
see
whether we can able
all
to
the
see
four
it or not.
joins: full outer, inner, left outer, and right outer. So from both currently we are doing inner join. Key column should have same name. This is one. Now we need to plug in. To be satisfied. Let's make sure all the columns are there. From link from student, we have 5 columns, and let's take the other link also. From course link, we do have 2 columns. Those are going to be visible in my input tab. L small, and again
Go to
N
output
capital,
tab.
O small, right?
So
So we
here
need to take care.
you are going
the
to
key
see
column
all the
must
columns
be
from
having same
both the
links.
So
How we can able to
Otherwise, we could
identify
not
is
able to
using the
implement the
link
join.
name.
Now
So
let's
this
plug
roll
in
number
the
is coming
join
from
stage.
link from student link.
So
Name
the first
is
thing we
coming
need to
from
give
link
is
from
key
student
column.
link.
What is the
Likewise,
key column?
course ID is
Roll
coming
number.
from link from course.
We
So
click
this
on
is the
this
only
drop down,
column which is
it is
going to auto suggest the common columns that are available from both the input
now
links.
I want
Okay. To the output,
here
what are all
roll
the
number
things
is
I
the key
want? Roll
column,
number I
and
want.
the
join type is
name,
inner join.
and
We can also
the
see
course. That's
all the 4 joins.
So I pulled
full
only the
outer,
needed
inner,
columns
left outer,
to my
and right outer. So currently we are doing inner join. So I selected that one.
Add the
Now we need to plug in.
file.
Let's make sure all the columns are there.
Inner
From
join
link
out.
from student, join. We have 5 columns, and let's take the other link also. From course link, we do have 2 columns. Those are going to be visible in my
Format
input tab.
again, let me give
Go to output tab. So here you are
and
going
no
to see
quotations.
all the columns from both the
final
links.
delimiter end.
So how we can able to identify
with
is
the
using
job
the link
development.
name.
Let
So
me
this roll
compile
number
it.
is coming from link from student link. Name is coming from link from student link.
Job compiled
Likewise,
successfully.
course ID is coming
Let's
from
execute
link
this
from
one.
course. So this is the only column which is been
So since we
added
selected inner
extra
join,
from my
only the
source,
matched
right?
data is
So
going
now
to
I
be
want
added
to
to
the
the
output.
target.
What are all the things I want? I do
roll
have
number I
total of
want,
7 rows from my
name,
student data
and 8
the
rows
course
from my
course
course
data.
So
but
I
to
pulled
the output,
only
how
the
many
needed
rows did we
columns
get?
to my
Only
output.
4 rows, because there are only 4 rows which are common in both the things.
Add the
I think
target
sequential
file.
let me check. Let's give inner join out. Inner join 1 2 3 4 5 dot and txt.
Okay. How many roll numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Format again, let me
So
give.
one is missing. That means somewhere we did a wrong. And no quotations. First line is column
Final
name,
delimiter,
which should be true. So, but that
we are
is
done
wrong.
with the job development.
And what else?
Let me compile it. Job compiled successfully. Let's execute this one.
One mistake we have done, that is
So
first
since we
line is
selected
column
inner
name,
join, only the matched data
which
is going to
been
be
kept false.
added to the
Let's
target.
see.
Here
So,
roll number
I do
5
have
is
total
not
of
coming.
7 rows from my student data
See,
and
only
8 rows
1, 2,
from my
3, 4
course
is
data.
coming. But to the output,
Let's
how
go
many
back
rows
to
did
the
we
file
get?
and
Only
check
4
why
rows.
that is
Because
not coming.
there are only 4
This is not coming
rows
if you
which are
notice.
common in both the things.
Because
The delimiter is
it
not
is fine.
satisfied over here.
Oh, let me
There is no delimiter between name and address. That's the reason this record is
1, 2,
rejected
3,
in my
4,
source.
5.
But how we
And
can get
here,
those details here? Since the data
how
is
many roll numbers?
very
1,
less,
2,
we
3,
can
4,
able
5.
to get
So one
it
is
like
missing.
one row is
That means
missing.
somewhere we did a
So
wrong.
those can be noticed in my log.
First
Control
line
L is the
column
shortcut to see
which
the
should
log.
be true, but that is wrong.
See here, 8
And what
records
else we do
imported,
have?
but 1 record is rejected. That's the reason we are getting only less number of records. But this is for course data. That is happened
One
because
mistake
of
we have done, that is
this
first
one.
line is column names.
The column names. Even
Which
here
is
one record
been
is
kept
rejected
false.
in the student
Let's
data.
see.
That
Here
is
roll
because
number
of the
5 is not coming.
delimiter issue. Here
See,
while
only
saving
1, 2, 3, 4 is
data,
coming. Let's
I
go
have
back to
removed
the
the tab.
file and
So
check
now
why
it is
that
going
is
to
not
come.
coming.
Now again I have
This is not coming
given the
if you
delimiter
notice.
tab even for that
Because
row. The
I
delimiter
saved
is
this
not
one.
satisfied
Let me
over
go
here.
back.
There is no
So we
delimiter
did two
between name
changes.
and address. That's the reason this record is rejected
One
in
is
my source. This data is
but
how we can get those
having
details
some
here,
issue, which is
since the data is
issue with the
very
delimiter.
less, we can able
And
to
here the
get,
other issue
get it
is
like
the
one row
column
is
names I
missing.
kept as
So
false
those can
instead
be
of true.
noticed in my
Both
log.
the
The mistakes been recovered.
I'm
Control L
recompiling.
is the shortcut to see the log.
Even
See
if we
here,
see the data also we can able
8
to get it.
records
That 5
imported,
number
but
is
1
not
record
available.
is
See.
rejected. That's the reason.
And let's
We are
also
getting
add the
only
column
less
names
number
as
of
first
records. But
row.
this is for course data. That
Give
is
us
happened because
some
of
more detailed information.
this one. The column names. Even here
Okay.
one record is
Since I did
rejected
the
in the
changes,
student
I'm
data. That is
recompiling.
because of the delimiter
Now,
issue. Here while saving data, I have removed the tab. So now it is going to come. Now again I have given the delimiter tab
vanished
even
now.
for that row. See,
I
no
saved
warnings
this
are there.
one. Let me go
Zero
back.
rejections are there. So
That
we
means
did two
5 rows
changes.
are going to be loaded to my output.
So this is
One
how
is
we need to
this
check
data
the logs
is
as well.
and
Having
we
some
need
issue,
to
which
take
is
care how the
issue
data
with the
is.
delimiter. And here the
Not
other
only
issue is
developing the job,
the
but
column
also we
names
need
I
to
kept
take care
as
whether
false
that is
instead of
as
true.
expected or
Both
not.
the mistakes
Is that
been
working as
recovered.
expected or
I'm
not?
recompiling. So see, now we have roll number and name from
Even if we
student
see the
table
data
or
also we can
student
able to
source
get it.
and
That
course
5
ID
number
from
is
my
not
second
available.
file.
See.
This is how we can implement the joining functionality using
And
join.
let's also add
And
the
as of
column
now we
names
have
as
seen the
first
inner
row.
join. Let's
Will
try
give us
to
some more detailed
execute left
information.
join. Okay. So the only change that we need to do is,
since I did the changes,
the
I am
join type need to
recompiling.
be changed. Here it should be
Now,
left outer. Rerun it. But how job knows which is my left table and which is my right table? That is what we need to check here. So all these warnings should be vanished. Here in the link ordering, you can see
no warnings are
there are two link labels. One is left, other one is
That means
right.
5 rows are
So
going to be loaded
link
to
from
my
student
output.
is considered
So
as
this is how
left.
we need to
Link
check
from
the
course
logs
is
as well.
considered as and we need to take care how the data
we are going
is.
to get all the data which is
Not
available
only
from my
developing the job,
student
but also
file
we need to
in
take
my
care
output
whether that is
plus
as
the
expected or not.
common records
Is that
from
working
my
as expected
course
or not?
data.
So
Okay.
see, now we have
Let's
roll
rename
number
this
and
file
name
name
from
as left join
student
output.
table or student source and course ID from my second file. This is how we can implement the joining functionality using join
and execute.
And as of now, we
So
have seen the
for the
inner join.
records,
Let's try to
for which it do not have
execute
information
left
from
join.
the second
Okay.
table. In those places,
The
we are
only
going to
change
get
that
null
we need to
values.
do is
Null means nothing.
the join type need to
No
be
value
changed.
is going to be
Here
passed.
it should be left out.
So far you have not
But
noticed
how
this blue
job
color,
knows
right?
which is my left
Blue
table
color
and
is
which
going
is my
to
right
pop up
table
when it is
that
in
is what
running
we
state.
need to check here.
So we are done with the job. Let's see the data.
Here in the link ordering you can see
this is my
there are two link labels. One is left, other one is right.
So we do have
So,
all the data
link from student is considered
That's
as
why we
left.
get
Link
all
from
the
course is
names.
considered as
If you see
right.
6, 7, 8,
So now
there we are
we
going
get
to
null
get all
values.
the data
So
which
here
is
we get
available
zeros
from my
because
student
the
file
data type
in my
of
output
course ID is
plus
integer.
the
For
common
integer
records
kind
from
of
my
data,
course
zeros will be
data.
replaced at null values.
Let's rename
If
this
it is a
file name
character type
as
of
left
data type,
join
then
output.
no value is going to be populated while doing the joining. So this is my left join. Let's try to implement the right join. Then what
And
happens?
execute.
We are
So
going
for
to
the
get
records,
instead of 6, 7, 8, we are
for
going
which
to
it
get
do not
9,
have
10, 11
information from the
and we
second
will get the
table. In
course
those
IDs as
places,
well,
we are
but
going
we
to
are
get
going to
null
get
values.
null values
Null
in
means
these
nothing.
three names.
No value
9,
is
10
going
and
to be
11.
passed.
Let's see that as
So
well.
far you have not noticed this blue
Go
color,
back.
right?
Blue color is
Change
going
the
to pop
join
up
type
when it is
to
in
right
running
join.
state.
So we are
Also
done
make
with
sure the link
job.
ordering.
Let's see the
So
data.
left link is link from
So
student.
this is my
Right link is
left
link
join
from
output.
course.
So we do
Change
have
the
all the data
file name
from
left
of your
table.
target file.
That's why we get
as
all
right
the
join.
names. If you see 6, 7, 8, there we get null values.
Okay.
So here we get zeros because
Compile.
the data type of course ID is integer.
So it
For
is giving an
integer
error.
kind of data,
Invalid
zeros will be
derivation for
replaced at
output
null
column
values.
roll number.
If it is a character type of data type, then no value is going to be populated while
roll
doing
number
the joining.
is,
So this is
not
my
available
left join.
now
Let's
because
try to implement
roll
the right
number
join.
being
Then what
mapped from
happens?
link
We
from
are
source.
going to get instead of
So
6,
we need
7,
to
8, we
map
are going to get
this
9, 10,
red
11
color should not come.
and we will get the
When
course
we are
IDs
going
as
to
well,
get
but
red
we
color
are
is
going to
if
get
some mapping
null
issue
values
is
there
there
in
that
three
particular
names.
mapping, then only it
9,
is
10
going
and
to
11
be
showed as
let's
red.
see that as
So
well.
now map this roll number here.
Go back.
Just drag and drop.
Change
That's
the
all.
join type.
Click on OK. Join.
Compile.
Also make sure the link ordering. So left link
And
is
then
link
execute.
from student. Right link is link from course. Change the file name of your target file as right join.
Click
Done.
on OK.
Let's see the right join output. Compile. See, we do not have values for 9, 10 and 11.
It is giving
Whereas
an error.
course IDs are
Invalid
available for
derivation
those 9,
for
10 and
output
11.
column roll
And we do
number.
not have 6, 7, 8 because those are available in my left table. Now let's
See,
also
roll
see the
number
full
is,
join as well. Not available now. So
because
here the join
roll
type
number
should be mapped from link
blotted.
from source. Also make sure
So
the
we need to
output
map
link. This red color should
all are
not
fine.
come. When we are going to get red color is if some mapping
Click on
issue
OK.
is there in that particular mapping,
Change
then
the
only it is
target
going to
file
be
name
showed as red.
as
So
full
now
join.
map this roll number here. Just drag and drop. That's all. Click on OK.
Click on OK.
Compile.
And then execute.
Now see, 11 rows came. So common rows need to be minus from this complete data, right?
Right join
Total is 16.
See, we do
Out
not
of
have
16, how
values for
many
9, 10
are
and
common?
11. Whereas
5.
course IDs
So 16
are
minus
available
5
for
is
those
nothing
9,
but
10 and
11
11
rows, which is
and
nothing
we
but
do not have
complete
6,
data
7, 8
because those are
from both the
available in
tables.
my left
Let's see
table.
the full join output.
Now
as well.
let's also see the full join
1,
as well.
2. So here the join type
We
should
did
be
receive zeros over
routed.
here because
Also make sure
the roll
output
number
link
is mapped from right
all
table.
are fine.
That's the reason we get zeros in my roll numbers.
Click on OK. Did you get me? Change the target file name.
Here in the job, for roll
join.
numbers, we get zeros, right? Even though we do have roll numbers, because roll number is coming
Click
from
on
which
OK,
link? Link
compiling.
from course. In course, there are no 7, 8,
Then
9, right? That's the reason it is been populated as zeros. Say suppose I drag this link over here to map. Then 9, 10, 11 roll numbers will
Now
not be
see,
populated. 11 rows came.
So
this is the
so
one thing
common
which
rows
also
need
need
to
to
be
be taken
minus
from
this
which link the
complete data,
common
right?
column is coming. Total is 16. That is
Out of
need to
16,
be
how
taken
many
care
are
from the
common?
requirement
5.
perspective. So 16
While
minus 5 is
executing it,
nothing
we
but
need to
11 rows, which
take
is
the
nothing
help
but
of the
complete
people
data
who have given us
from
the
both the
requirement.
tables.
Let's
Say
see the
suppose I
full
do
join
have
output as well.
common column in my full
1,
join.
2.
Then from which link should I need to
We did
consider the
receive
common column?
zeros
From
over
which
here
source shall I
because
need to pull that data? The roll
that
number is mapped
clarification we
from
need to
right
be
table. That's
taken
the
care
reason we
before
get
doing the
zeros in my roll
implementation.
numbers. So hope you all get all the
Did
4
you get
joins.
me?
So in the next class,
Here in the
we'll
job,
try
for
to
roll
numbers we
see
get zeros,
lookup
right?
stage,
Even though we
which
do
is
have
also
roll numbers,
used only for the purpose
because
of joining.
roll number
Okay.
is coming from
So
which
for
link?
any doubts,
Link from
if so,
course.
please let me know.
In
We
course,
can
there are no
discuss those
7,
as
8,
well.
9, right? That's the reason it is been populated as zeros. Say suppose I drag this link over
I
here
hope
to map.
no one
Then 9, 10,
have
11
the
roll
questions.
numbers will not be populated.
Okay then, thank you. Bye.
So this is the one thing which also need to be taken care from which link the common column is coming. That is need to be taken care from the requirement perspective. While executing it, we need to take the help of the people who have given us the requirement. Say suppose I do have common column in my full join. Then from which link should I need to consider the common column, or from which source shall I need to pull that data? That clarification we need to be taken care before doing the implementation. So hope you all get all the 4 joins. In the next class, we'll try to see lookup stage, which is also used only for the purpose of joining. Okay. So far, any doubts? If so, please let me know. We can discuss those as well. I hope no one do have the questions. Okay then. Thank you. Bye.